The healthcare industry in America leaves so much to be desired. Medical debt is increasing, billions are lost in unpaid claims, hospitals are in the red, service prices can range up to 30x. But that's not all.
Nobody knows the price of healthcare. When we say nobody, we mean nobody.
It's unaffordable, opaque, and it's becoming a leading category for viral memes as a result.
Around 50% of every dollar that is being invoiced is being uncollected. That's unheard of.
Healthcare, broadly known and understood to be among the worst consumer purchasing experiences.
We have definitely talked to some clinics where if they don't get paid 1 month, they literally can't make payroll.
What is actually being unwound is the backbone of healthcare for a very large portion of the country. And so I think it's going to just blindside and surprise a ton of people.
As part of this short 6-video series on the emerging intersection between healthcare and fintech, we talked to the founders trying to modernize the $4 trillion healthcare industry, together with the help of fintech. As a reminder, the content here is for informational purposes only. Should not be taken as legal, business, tax, or investment advice, or be used to evaluate any investment or security, and is not directed at any investors or potential investors in any A16Z fund. For more details, please see a16z.com/disclosures. One in 4 Americans have a treatable mental health condition like depression, anxiety, or PTSD. Yet, most of these individuals do not have access to care. Why? Because the infrastructure to actually let therapists accept insurance for mental health appointments is still on the way. Mental health is one of the fastest expanding healthcare industries, and like many other parts of the US healthcare system, is facing growing pains. Here we speak with Andrew Adams, founder and CEO of Headway, a company that enables therapists to accept insurance. And here is Andrew speaking to the lack of mental health infrastructure.
So the natural question is, if providers want this, they don't want to say no. So your therapist doesn't want to say no, you can't afford me. If payers are really looking to invest in this more, build out their networks, why isn't it happening? And we see at its root, I'll again return to the one word I returned to at the beginning of this, we see an infrastructure problem. We see a health insurance that was built around the medical system. And in the medical system, medical doctors have been consolidated into large hospital groups where there's 3 billing admins manually filing insurance claims for every 1 doctor. Therapists are totally different.
For Andrew, the impact of this problem is one that he's experienced firsthand. With no insurance coverage, Andrew was unable to afford a therapist in New York City. And this experience ultimately inspired him to build Headway and solve this infrastructure challenge.
I'm someone whose life was totally changed when I saw a therapist when I was out in California. I saw someone that really helped with depression I was going through at the time. And then when I came out here to New York, as part of settling down, I tried to find another therapist again, and I totally failed. I couldn't find anybody whom I felt like I could afford, which at the time meant accepted my insurance. And turns out that wasn't a unique problem to me. That was the problem that people kept on talking about. That's the number one problem.
Though Andrew's experience is far too common, the future actually looks promising. With mental health awareness growing, payers and therapists are both actively seeking a solution. And the result is a growing opportunity to build the connective tissue between payers and therapists.
Every payer in the United States right now, every health plan in the United States right now is scrambling to invest in their mental health care offering because it's something that can drive top line and bottom line results. So from a top line perspective, because everybody's talking about mental health care, that means now they're talking about with their employers, and their employers are the customers of insurance companies. It's a real top line driver. Plans, health plans, win, lose, upsell their potential customers depending on if they have a good mental health care product or not. So they're scrambling to really looking to thoughtfully invest in mental health care. Providers also want to accept insurance too. They don't like having to say, hey, Andrew, hey, Lauren, I know I could really help you. I know I could really help with the depression, the anxiety, the PTSD, whatever might be going on with you. But sorry, I don't accept insurance. They want to say no.
Headway is one of many companies filling this infrastructure gap. But with any infrastructure layer, the challenge often lies in distribution.
So we have a model where for therapists, it's the party up front. It's a one-click magic tech experience where money just appears. To payers, we look really familiar to start. we look like something they've seen before and they know how to work with, a doctor's office. In fact, we are the largest provider group, aka Doctor's Office of Therapists in the United States of America. So that was core to our ability to solve the distribution challenge for our infrastructure offering, is to look familiar to payers. So we look behind the scenes because we are behind the scenes, the largest behavioral health provider group, the largest doctor's office entity in layman terms. So we look familiar there. But to providers, the therapists, the clinicians who are those solo practitioners who need something new, we look like that consumer grade payment experience where money just appears.
Though it's still early days, Andrew believes that a world where mental health benefits are covered by a majority of insurance providers actually isn't that far away. Soon, visits to the therapist will be treated the same as any visit to a medical facility.
We have a vision that mental health benefits powered by Headway is in the back of every U.S. health insurance card. We truly want to power a new mental health care system that ensures that we go from a world where most Americans right now with a treatable mental health condition don't get care. We want to create a world and create a new mental health care system where they do get care.
So what do you think? Can we rebuild this broken system? Where do you see the biggest opportunities for disruption in healthcare? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to check out our next installment with Propel, a company building software for low-income families who use America's social safety net, which apparently millions are about to lose access to. And if you'd like to learn more about how fintech is revolutionizing healthcare, head on over to a16z.com/healthcare-meets-fintech, or click on the link in our pinned comment. Thanks for listening to the A16Z podcast. If you like this episode, don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube to get our exclusive video content. We'll see you next time.